What's up, everybody? Taco Tuesday, you know what that means. Today we're taking an early look at the best player props available on Prizepicks for Week 10 in the NFL, starting off with Saquon Barkley. Honestly, you couldn't draw up a better spot for Saquon if you tried. Well-rested, coming off a bye, the Giants get a home matchup against the Texans team that is currently allowing a league-leading 180.6 rushing yards per game to opposing running backs. 6.5-point favorites here. This game script projects to be one that features a heavy dosage of Saquon. Third in the league in rushing, Barkley is one of only 4 backs in the league right now averaging over 90 yards on the ground per game, 97.4 to be exact. And sometimes these props are just too easy. His average game is beating this prop, and now he's in a spot that projects well above average. Nut matchup against a team that is highly unlikely to be able to flip the script and put the Giants in a spot where they're playing for behind, getting Barkley out of the game plan. I just don't see how Barkley doesn't smash 90.5 in this spot. So over 90.5 for Saquon Barkley. That's the first prop today. We are locking that in. If you guys are enjoying this type of Prizepicks content, we've been doing it a ton on the channel lately. Show some love, drop a like on the video, sub to the channel. We've got multiple Prizepicks videos dropping weekly, as well as some of the best DFS content you'll find out there for free, all on this YouTube channel. All right, prop number 2, I'm not gonna lie, this one actually hurts my heart. Like, I don't think I've taken a single under on a Buffalo Bills player all season long. It's just incredibly hard to with Big Daddy Josh Allen out there. But today we're hitting the under on Gabe Davis, 53.5 receiving yards. Following the Bills' surprising loss to the Jets this last week, there's fear that Josh Allen's elbow injury could be worse than initially thought. It was reported on Monday that we could be looking at a potential UCL injury. I think we'll get this news at some point later today, something definitely to keep an eye on, but this could be one of the worst injuries an NFL quarterback can sustain in their throwing arm. I've heard Tommy John surgery be floated as a potential outcome. Let's hope it's not that. I mean, I live in Rochester, New York, about an hour outside of Buffalo. I think if anything substantial happens to Josh Allen, legitimately the entire upstate New York region could descend into a purge-like hellscape with mass societal chaos, the implication of which could be felt for years. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, back to Gabe Davis. Look, Gabe is a boom bust guy who could easily clear 53.5 yards in a single catch, but as of late, he's been more bust than boom. 2 straight games with 35 receiving yards or less. Now, Josh has a bum elbow on his throwing arm. From what I have read, and I'm no doctor, but the biggest impact that I'm gathering that this type of injury can have is on the throwing power and deep accuracy of the quarterback, the 2 aspects of the Bills' passing game that are most directly correlated to the success of Gabriel Davis. Also, for what it's worth, maybe not much, but this is a Steph Diggs revenge game against the Minnesota Vikings, which could shift things more his way and away from Gabriel. On a normal week, this is like a 50-50 type of bet that I would likely stay away from, but because of the uncertainty with Josh Allen's health and how it directly correlates with this specific injury, setting up with Gabe doing what he does best, I think that under 53.5 for Gabe is one of the better bets that you're going to find on the site. One of the bets that I think is most likely to be impacted by news and get bumped down if the diagnosis for Josh Allen, which I expect to find out at some point on Tuesday, is not good. All right, final prop for today. We started off this video talking about a dynamic playmaking running back in a cupcake matchup. Let's close things out with the same way. They put this one all the way at the bottom. Maybe they didn't want people to find it. Christian McCaffrey, 75.5 rushing yards over against the Los Angeles Chargers. Look, frankly, San Francisco should dominate in this game, 7-point home favorites, and year over year, a lot of things change in the NFL. One thing that doesn't change, one thing that stays consistent, is the Chargers' inability to produce a competent rush defense. 145.5 rushing yards allowed per game, 4th most in the league, and somehow trending down over their past 3 matchups, allowing 170 on average, 2nd worst number in the league behind Houston. CMC could absolutely feast in this matchup. He should feast in the matchup fresh off of a bye, seemingly already integrated into Kyle Shanahan's offense fully. The last time we saw CMC take the field, he was the absolute centerpiece of this offense, rushing for a touchdown, catching a touchdown, passing a touchdown, one of only 11 players ever to do all 3 of those things in a single game. He played on 81% of snaps in only his 2nd game with the team, racking up 18 rush attempts for 94 yards, over 5 yards a carry. He also added 8 receptions for 55 receiving yards, which doesn't really help with this prop particularly, but I strongly advise that anybody out there who's, serious on Prizepicks, be on the lookout for CMC props as they drop throughout the week. Fantasy score, rushing plus receiving, whatever the numbers are when they drop on Prizepicks, they're not going to be high enough. Hammer the over. In primetime, at home, cupcake matchup, I just don't see how Christian McCaffrey fails in this spot. I think he's going to obliterate this defense. 75.5 rushing yards. That's going to be the final prop we're taking in today's video. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. Happy Taco Tuesday. Hope everybody out there has a great day. Like I said, drop a like, sub to the channel, helps us out a ton. Let's have a profitable Tuesday, guys. Until next time, see you tomorrow with another Prizepicks video. Have a great day.